So today we'll discuss our Hibernate concept. So what do you mean by an Hibernate? What are the definitions? We'll see all those things. Okay, let's go to my resources. So, yep. Okay. So what is Hibernate? Hibernate ORM. ORM means object relational mapping. So in short, we normally call it as Hibernate. Hibernate is an ORM tool, an object mapping tool used in Java programming language. Okay. So the next question is, what do you mean by object relational mapping? Object relational mapping, it's a part in a computer science programming. It's a technique. Okay. What does this technique do? This technique will basically converting of data in between two systems, two incompatible types of system. Okay, that too in oops languages. So it is basically used to convert data from one object to another object. Assume that you have a database, you have programming in Java language. So if the data, the object from Java language, Hibernate will convert into a query or a SQL sequence. Okay, so that is the main tool or the technique or the process of the ORM. So ORM is a technique, and that technique is basically implemented by Hibernate, which Hibernate is a tool. So ORM is a mapping technique which is used for converting data between incompatible type of systems. So basically our Java and database are two different systems. They both are not compatible. So to the communication between those two things, we basically use our ORM. Okay. So let's see a bigger picture of the complete Hibernate. As I said, I have a database over here, and I have a Java object. Basically, normally what we used to do, we used to write some query languages, or first of all, we used to go to a database, create some tables. First create a database, then create a table. After that, whatever we want, after creating the columns and everything, whatever we want, then we come to our Java object, we write our query there. So all this will basically be minimized. So the benefits, what are the benefits of using the Hibernate are, it's a database independent one. Okay, why do you call it as a database independent one? Assume that now you are developing a project with MySQL. Okay, after developing a project with MySQL, you simply change your database, you migrate from MySQL to some other language, for example some other database, for example Oracle or PostgreSQL. The benefit here is, even though if you migrate from one database to another database, it will not become a problem. There is no need to change the code, or there is no need to do anything. Okay, all those things Hibernate will take care of. And obviously it handles all the low level SQL for you. Means all these table creations, all these kind of things will basically be handled by our Hibernate. And the best part is, there will be a very little JDBC code. Though you don't need to require to write a complete JDBC code over here. It basically minimizes the JDBC related code. Almost 95% it will minimize the code. Only 5% of the code will be existing. That too, that code will be your connection code, where you will be connecting your database to your project. Okay, as I said in my previous slide, it is basically connecting a Java object to a database. How? Like this. Assume that over here you are having a class of user ID, username, password, first name, last name. What happens is, as soon as you give a class like this and you are using the Hibernate, Hibernate will automatically convert it into this. Okay, you don't need to create a table users, and you don't need to give all these things. Hibernate will automatically do all the minimal changes for you. All, as I said, it will handle all the low level SQL for you, and it will create a table like this. Understood? That is our basic usage of Hibernate. In the next session, we will see about how do you set up a project on Hibernate completely, and then how do you run Hibernate with the help of our Java code. Okay, see you on the
Yeah,
next session.